Weird Ones Go Productions.
I'm reading it.
What movie are we reviewing today, Alecia?
Well, we are reviewing The Burbs, a 1989 American comedy with a horror twist. It's written by Dana Olson and directed by Joe Dante, and it pokes fun at the suburban environments and sometimes eccentric dwellers, featuring a family man named Ray who suspects that the strange new neighbors, the Klopeks, are hiding a dark secret. Specifically one of murder.
Lights go down, curtains drawn, time to set the scene. Dayvid, Alecia, Kevin on the mic, breaking down the movies you love, day or night, from the classics to the blockbusters, brand new. Every Monday they've got the real review. The real verdict, grab your seat, it's showtime. Popcorn's ready and the takes are prime. Action, drama, horror, comedy, no scripts unturned. The Real Verdict Podcast, where the spotlight burns. So dim the lights, let the credits roll. It's the real verdict, time to know.
Hey, everybody. It's Dave from Down the Rabbit Hole, and this is The Real Verdict, a podcast, a movie podcast, where we rate movies, and we just don't rate them. We prosecute the shit out of them. Joining me is a prosecutor and the defense, although I don't know which is which. Usually one is the other and the other is the other. I don't know, but sometimes they're on the same side. We'll find out today. Kevin and Alecia, welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. You all look so nice today.
You look nice, David. I don't think you give yourself
Thank
enough
you.
credit. Every week you call
I
us
don't.
beautiful people. You're a beautiful person too.
No.
On the
I know.
don't-
See,
I don't
Kevin's
you are,
shaking
for sure.
his head if you're not watching this on YouTube because I'm too nice to David. So we're just gonna cheers Corona bottles here on our screens.
Yeah.
You gotta,
Oh, y'all
no,
both
you gotta go
what
over.
the-
You gotta go over. Yeah.
Is this a plan? What the
No,
hell?
it was not planned, but I was like, I suspect Kevin is drinking a Corona right now.
No.
And I could also go for a Corona. So now we're here.
Very refreshing.
And I would
don't
like
like
to
this.
say that I would initially rate this movie 8 Coronas out of 10.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I disagree.
Nice.
Go ahead.
I will rate
What movie
this
are we,
movie 7 bottle caps of Coronas.
A la chingada. 7
We're
bottle
cheating.
caps.
We're straying away from our movie snacks today.
I'm going to give it 5. 5 gavels.
Mhm.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm rating it.
And I will say that a whole point in my rating comes simply from Tom Hanks existing in this movie and Carrie Fisher. So that's one whole Corona bottle there. Otherwise, my rating would have been the same as Kevin's. So I guess that makes him. What didn't you like? What didn't we like?
Oh, didn't I like? I don't know. It's first of all, it's the 80s, so it has that 80s quirk to it.
The
Yes.
cheesy music,
the whole thing was cheesy.
the
it wasn't-
tropey
Yeah,
neighbors.
It was,
You got
yeah.
the lady that sunbathes and is a little, saucy. You got the grumpy Tom Hanks that's trying to be on vacation but keeps spying on his neighbors.
uh-huh.
You got a man that's threatening to staple a dog's butt shut, which is not okay.
No.
It's always somebody pooping on somebody else's lawn.
Right.
Yeah, the neighbor, why can't I think of his name? Art.
Yeah.
Yeah. Art. So he plays the bad guy in Little Monsters. And I've always hated his voice. From when I was a kid because of Little Monsters. And so like watching this, I was just like, I didn't like him as that character. Like he's a great actor. He did well. It's just his voice that turns me off. And then
So what
and then
turns you
Corey
on?
Feldman, whose parents were never home this entire time, which was really weird.
Yeah, really.
But I
It's
mean, I like what I liked about it was that it does, like Alicia says, it pokes a little bit of fun at like the suburban people that live in, in suburbia, basically. They're always watching their neighbors. They want to know what their neighbors are doing 24/7. They're like, what are they doing? They're watched from their windows, and it gets a little bit ridiculous sometimes. I mean, you can even see today on TikTok and stuff, people filming each other,
Well, I
and
was
they
gonna
live right
say, I
next
wish
door
I
to
could
each
say it
other.
was tropey, but it still happens today, except it's
Mhm.
less
Yeah.
cheesy and feel good and more like my neighbor is a psycho and thinks that I can't walk on her sidewalk outside of her house. You know?
Yeah, I did like Courtney Gaines in this film too. He
Courtney
played,
Gaines.
yeah,
Hell yeah, that guy was Malachi from Children of
ex-
the Corn.
exactly,
That
exactly.
dude rocks. He's
Uh,
creepy.
he does creepy very well. Yeah.
So that dude you were talking about, his the other guy, I didn't know he was in that Monsters movie you were mentioning, but his name's Rick Dukerman, I believe, and he has a bit part in Die Hard. Can you guys guess what part that is?
I don't remember him in Die Hard.
No? So there's
No.
a part where the FBI has shown up in Die Hard and they're talking to the electrician guy who's in
Mhm.
a manhole and they're telling him to cut the power. And he's like,
Yeah,
I can't
okay.
do that. And they're
Yeah.
like, you can, or it's your job. And he goes, dude, cut it now. That's him. And damn, let me tell you something else about this movie. Did you notice the dog in the very beginning, Queenie, is the same dog from Silence of the Lambs? Precious. Absolute same dog. Did y'all know
Uh,
that? That was pretty
No, that's
creepy to me.
cute.
The
I like that little
same breed, you mean?
Same exact dog. I
like
looked it up because I
the
was like,
little
Really?
actor dog.
that looks like Precious. That looks exactly like Precious. I thought maybe it was just looked it up. It is the exact
Tell
same
me
dog.
you're a
And
dog dad without telling me you're a dog dad. That you spotted the same dog in 2 different movies. Impressive.
yep.
But that is a
Very.
fun little tie-in because we forget that animals can be actors too, technically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tom Hanks in here bothered me a little bit. And the reason why, he's still funny. Look, Tom Hanks is funny, especially in the 80s.
overacts. He overacts sometimes.
In this one, I don't think it was a character he was playing.
Yeah.
Doesn't fit Tom Hanks well at all.
Well,
And
neither did Money Pit, really.
Yeah, I love Money Pit though. That was so crazy.
But this was
The
the
whole-
era before Tom Hanks's like more serious roles, and I feel like during this time he was trying really hard to make it as a comedic actor.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
see that a little bit here, but also his character is a little bit unlikable in that he's like on vacation and he's bitching and moaning about all the stuff that he has to do, and his wife is like, just use the vacation for what it was intended for. And it's
Mhm.
like he can't seem to relax even though he has a whole week off, and it's kind of ironic that these neighbors consume all of his attention, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's
'Cause
like a
he
little
tries to turn it off.
Scooby-Doo-ish,
Yeah, he
them
tries to
trying to spy on the neighbors, and
a little bit, yeah.
they start to believe that one of their neighbors that goes missing must have been murdered by the Klopeks because they saw them digging in the middle of the night, and they only come out at night, these people. And the first
Right.
sighting of Mr. Klopek was just so funny. Like it was like 4 minutes of intense music and just like him standing outside just staring, and I'm like, I wish I was that menacing. I want to be the creepy neighbor one day. I aspire to be the like witch's house that no one wants to go near. So I liked it. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. I had 2 favorite scenes out of this entire movie. One was when Courtney Gaines' character, I can't remember his character's name, but
Hans.
Hans, yeah.
Hans
So he
Klopek.
drives the car 10 feet to the trash can and pulls the trash out of the trunk and beats the shit out of the trash into the trash can, and then gets back into his car and backs up back into the garage. That was
Yeah, was
like
not
one of my
expecting that.
favorite scenes.
I was like, oh, he's
Um,
taking the trash on his way out. No.
yeah. And then the second one was when Tom Hanks's character Ray decided, he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna relax. I'm done with my other neighbors trying to get me to spy on these neighbors. And he's sitting there in his lawn chair, kind of napping, and then Art comes over trying to pester him about the neighbors. He's like, "I'm not napping. It's not like I'm laying here
Oh
trying
yeah,
to fucking, you know."
that was funny. Yeah, I did like that part.
I do
But
like
That was
Tom
good.
Hanks though, so I'm sad that he kind of like overacted that a little bit in this movie, but
I still
I
think it
like the
made it
charm of
for,
it. Yeah.
yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a fun pick. Good job, Kevin. I'm glad I watched it. When I told Kevin, my Kevin, that we would be watching this movie for our discussion, his response was, "Oh, it's the worst movie ever." And I was like, "Have you even seen it?" And he's like, "Wait, what movie is that again?" And then I described it, and he was like, "Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else." But he ended up thinking it was like very tongue in cheek and fun as well. And then, of course, there's, the big twist that, no one was really murdered.
Yeah. But then there's another twist, and they are actually murderers.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it kept you on your toes the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was another. I think like the writing of the script was done really well in that aspect. To like be like, you're like, oh, he's home. They didn't
And
kill
who has a
anybody.
fucking crematorium in their basement? That is suspicious
Yeah,
behavior.
really.
Yeah.
That was
So like
bizarre.
when they started digging the hole, I was like, because I again I've watched this movie when I was younger, but I don't remember like half of it, the majority of it. I remember the actors in it, and I remember them spying on the neighbors, but I don't really remember exactly what happens. And as they're digging in their neighbor in the Klopex's basement, I'm just like, he's gonna come across a sewer line and it's gonna spray shit all in his face. But it turned out to be a gas main instead and blew the house up and himself up, and then he's walking around with half a face and stuff, and then he like yells at Art because Art is still like, no, there's got to be bodies, and he's just had enough. He just got blown up for them trying to getting him to go over there and to spy on his neighbors some more, and he's just so done. And he yells at his neighbor, and then he runs to the freaking stretcher, and he's like, "Put me in the ambulance, take me to the
And he throws
hospital, let's fucking go."
It's like the horror
and he
comedy
throws
of
it
it
in
all,
there.
though. Like, that's really gory and gross. And he's just like, oh, yeah, just casually have half your face. And you're pissed off about that.
Yeah.
Not missing half your face.
That part where Art comes in back into the basement and he realizes he hit that pipe. Turns
Yeah.
out to be a gas pipe, and he's like, he tells Art, get out of here, it's gonna blow, instead of, hey, get me out of this hole. Because he couldn't get out of the hole. For Christ's sake. I think eventually he got out, but still, Art was gone. Art was freaking gone. That actually happened to me in real life. So in my first house, my first wife, my ex-wife, was having me put up a towel rack or whatever. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting this towel rack. I'm using this drill bit, and I hit something. She's behind me, by the way. I'm just make sure she's like looking, watching me do this work. I'm like trying to get in there. Holy crap! It just zoomed the hell in me. Hi, everybody. How you doing? So I'm in there, and I drill in there, and I hit something hard. I hear it clink, and I push harder, and it goes through, and I'm like, oh shit. When I pulled it back, this gas shot into my face, and when I turned around, my ex-wife was running out the door. I saw her hair basically leaving the room. She left me there to die, which is why we're not married anymore. Turns out I hit I hit the AC line. Basically, I hit the Freon line or whatever. That's what I hit. But had it been gas, bye-bye, Dave. can we go back to thank you, Mr. Ozbot. I appreciate that.
See, you look great, but your camera has a mind of its own.
Yes, it does. Well, I put my hand up, and
The
when I do
FBI.
that, that's when it closes in on me. I want to extreme close up. We'll call it extreme close up.
So I have a favorite line
No, I guess.
in this
What's
movie.
it? What is it?
My favorite line is, "I'm gonna go inside and do something productive, like watch television."
That's cute.
That was
like,
good.
what? That's
So much of it was cute, though.
It was
My favorite laugh out loud part. I wrote it down.
LOL.
My LOL moment was when Ray, his wife, Carrie Fisher, tells his buddies that he can't come outside to play. I was laughing out loud when that happened because they looked so dejected and they walked away like little kids. Hilarious.
That
and
is
then my
another
other
suburbia trope, though. You see that in like some sitcoms and stuff. Like, oh no, you can't go play with your friends today because you got to mow the lawn or something. Like, yeah,
freaking
I like it.
hilarious.
Cheeky.
That was funny. The other part was when Art was throwing that bone to the dog, and then he had it, and he realized it was a femur, and they both just started screaming, and the camera was going in and out. Hilarious. Love that part. Thought it was funny.
And they also just like don't make movies that feel good like this, I feel like, anymore, you know?
No.
Like,
No,
I
they
didn't
don't.
leave that feeling like it went by fast. It was cute. I liked it. Like, that's why I gave it an 8. I'm like, I can't really even say anything bad about it other than it's an old movie. But what I like about it is the fact that it's an old movie and that it has those like little cheesy moments and camera movements and funny lines and like, I don't know. It was still good.
Yeah. I mean, like story-wise, like as like if you're basing your judgment off a real storyline, it's not that great.
Correct.
But it also could happen in real life. The only thing that couldn't happen in real life is when Art gets fucking electrocuted off the telephone pole, the freaking gloves fucking get burnt out, his fingers are black, his teeth hurt and shit, and there's like a hole in his hard hat or something like that. I'm like, if that happened in real life, he'd be dead. If his
That's
fucking
a cartoon
gloves
trope.
Yeah, exactly. That was cartoony, which is, you know, a lot of 80s
That was the word I
and
was
90s.
trying to think of. Not cheesy, cartoony. It does feel a little cartoony.
Yeah.
Which the 80s and 90s did a lot of stuff like that where, you know, like with Home Alone, or I mean Home Alone 2, where Marv gets electrocuted and he turns into a skeleton and shit. Like, that's hilarious,
Yeah.
but in real
Yeah.
life he'd be dead.
It would
You
yeah,
know?
Right.
exactly. It would never happen.
Absolutely.
The music too,
know-
like music cues are
Yes.
good and
Oh my
like
god, yes.
yeah. Because then you know
Yeah.
what to expect, or you feel a little creeped out when they're like creaking down the stairs. Like,
Yeah.
I like, it was cute.
How about that
And
Bruce Dern character? Every time he showed up, there was that little military music that was like,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
he
that
was
was pretty
funny.
cool.
Well, even in
the
that
lady
first
that
scene
plays
when
his
he's like
wife.
going through the bushes with his gun,
Yeah.
takes half the tree with him,
Yeah.
doesn't skip a beat.
That was pretty funny.
Just keeps walking. I find it funny too that in a lot of older movies, when there's couples and stuff, the woman always like outshines the man, if that makes any sense. Like the woman always looks
Absolutely makes sense.
phenomenal.
Like the man
but the
is extra useless also, and the woman has it all together.
Yeah. Yeah, because she
Sorry
was
for
like,
that trope.
I mean, Carrie Fisher obviously was good looking back then too. But when they all go into the neighbor's house to visit, and all three of the men are just like doing weird shit, and both the girls are like, "Can you guys like cut the shit?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
I do
be
have a
classy
note.
for 1 second?
For Carrie Fisher, I have a note here. It says Carrie Fisher, daddy like.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you're allowed to say that about a dead woman.
Yes, you are. I can
think
do
it's no.
Daddy do like. I don't care. I've always liked Carrie Fisher, and I'm very attracted to very talented people.
Is it the Princess Leia of it all?
No, It's her talent. She was a great actress in that, no doubt. But she can write. The
Mhm.
woman was a
She
script
is a good
doctor.
writer. Yep.
Very good writer. I mean, she's a super talent. Love
She
her.
died
She's the
far
best.
too soon too. And the
Yes,
saddest thing
absolutely.
is her mom like legit died of a broken heart.
Right, 2 days after, right? Wasn't it like 2 days
Yeah.
after? It was so sad, man.
And also an icon. Like just yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
it was
Carrie
cool seeing her in
Underwood.
this.
Carrie Underwood married a man with the last name Fisher.
Did she? She doesn't go by
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher though.
No, she doesn't go by Carrie Fisher, but
Oh.
I'm sure legally that's probably her name.
That's funny. Interesting. You know what? Carrie
She's
Underwood's
gorgeous
great.
too.
If anyone
She
else
is.
can carry that name, I guess it's her.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. I wrote down some notes too, just to
Break it down, big dog.
Oh, I was like, I wrote very 80s, 90s with the paper boy and the goofy music when the paper boy's riding around throwing his
Paperboy.
paper.
That's right.
Oh, and another funny thing is that every time they stepped onto the Klopex's property, like as soon as they stepped off, it was
That very
all
first time.
windy.
Yeah.
He's like, oh.
Yeah, it was cute.
Then the sardines and pretzels while they're in the
Yeah.
Klopex's house. I was like, what the
Why?
fuck?
Why?
Mm.
I'm sure. Did you say
Oh.
I said, mhm.
Are you eating sardines and pretzels in your spare time, David?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. I don't
It's
drink.
like
I don't
my
eat that
only experience with sardines is my Portuguese grandmother who thought that it was a
Ugh.
tasty snack from the
Ugh.
can. Yeah.
I
that's
love
gross.
that you're part Portuguese. I am as well. We are
I'm
family.
not.
We are, but don't ever try and feed me a sardine out of a can because I will punch you.
I'm part Mexican.
All right.
Not
Daddy
the
do
same
like
thing,
that.
just to clarify, but it makes sense why you like Corona so much. No, I'm joking.
Close.
Una cerveza, por favor.
So I have a gripe with. I found that, okay, let me just tell you, I was 18, 19 when the movie came out and when I saw it for the first time. I was young. At the time, I thought Corey Feldman in the movie at that time was cool. I thought, okay, this guy, he's funny. He's actually, which now I don't get, but back then he's watching The Neighborhood. That's his entertainment. Come on, man. I don't get it now, but back then I was like, yeah, this makes sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, 19-year-old me. And the fact that he acted like a surfer guy, I didn't, back then I thought he was cool. Today, hell no. This guy don't make any sense to me at all. I don't get it. He should go inside, paint the house, do something else. Stop messing around. Where are your parents, damn it? What are you doing? You get into mischief, man. I don't like him now. So that bothered me today as opposed to then.
I like the evolution of like opinion though. Like back then David feels differently than today's David. That's interesting.
Yes.
Did you
I've
see it
always-
in theaters?
Did you see it in the theaters, David?
Yes,
When it first
I
came
did.
out?
I did.
Ah,
I did.
that's fun.
Yeah.
That is very
I
fun.
was a huge movie buff back then. Yeah. I saw.
Well, it makes
I'm-
sense that you're hosting a movie podcast today then. Checks out. Story tracks.
Yes, it does. I'm so happy.
I'm happy to be hosting this podcast with you guys too because it forces me to watch new movies that I wouldn't normally watch necessarily not because I don't want to watch them, but because I don't have time. So you guys are forcing me to enjoy something again, which I do really like. But I feel
I'm
like
glad.
for our listeners, we need to clarify some things. So when I said like the murder of it all, so initially they think that Walter, the one that owns the dog Queenie, was murdered by the Klopex because they find his toupee. Which, like, also, that's a rough time that you're already wearing a toupee, let alone to leave it and lose it somewhere. But then it ended up being that he was just in the hospital because he was dealing with a heart issue.
Right.
And then they end up finding skeletal remains in the trunk of the Klopex car. So it's like, okay, they did actually commit murder.
And then he was trying to kill Tom Hanks's character at the
Yes.
same time.
Dr.
Yes.
Klopek. That's right.
So you're like, it's like the whodunit, but the are they bad, but they aren't they bad, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked all of the
Yeah.
little twists in there because it wasn't. I'm glad that they classify it as a comedy because it's not a horror movie truly, but it does
No.
have like spooky elements. So it was a good way to wrap
Mhm.
up October for sure. Even though you guys
Absolutely.
aren't technically hearing this until I believe the 17th. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, that
'cause
sounds right. 'Cause
the Long Walk review just came out today.
yeah.
Sweet.
So the 24th. So, but for us, it was a great way to wrap up Halloween. And if you are like us and you're not ready for spooky season to be over, I would definitely recommend that you watch it. I will send the link that I used to watch it to Kevin because it is free on YouTube. It's broken up into 5-minute videos, of course, but it is free to watch if anybody wants to. And it's on Prime and I believe on American Netflix.
It's also free on Tubi.
Oh, there you go.
So that's how I watched it.
Nice.
Well,
Bless
never
you.
mind.
Bless you
Don't be
twice.
dumb like me and watch it in 5-minute increments.
Also, spooky season is never over. It just
I agree.
continues on.
I agree with that statement.
Christmas is
Yes.
the actual spooky season.
So,
I have
question
our
about.
perfect Christmas movie suggestion, but I'll wait till the end for that.
You hold that, girl. It's not.
I have
Are you Mariah Carey? Stop right now. It's
I
not
can't
Christmas
wait
yet.
until it's. I
don't
can't
even
wait
want to
until
tell you
it's.
because I know that you're both going to yell at me. So
Oh boy. Oh boy. I have a few picks for older movies now. I've been thinking about movies I haven't watched in a long ass time,
I
or
like
that I
it.
haven't even seen yet at all. So
Stay tuned,
it's
guys.
exciting.
Make sure you're
Yeah.
subscribed.
Yeah.
So,
Subscribe.
I have questions
like, follow,
about
share.
the end
Review.
with what happened. So, like, the house got blown up.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was Tom Hanks's fault and Rick Dukerman's Art's fault.
So they should go to
So-
jail.
They should go to jail, right? That was like, oh, dude, you're going to prison, dog. There's no in, after, buts. You're getting the hell into a prison now because you just blew up some dude's house and you were wrong about what you thought.
But I
Then
think
we
because
realized-
they
Technically.
ended up being arrested, I think that kind of pardoned them for that crime because they did
Yeah.
technically help solve a crime.
But
Even
here's
though,
my
yes,
here's
I
my
agree.
question. I mean, even though they actually solved a murder by accident,
Mhm.
should Tom and Art still go to prison for what they did?
Community service.
Community
Yeah,
service.
I think something along those lines. I don't think prison is
Mm-mm.
justified in that sense because they did technically
Yeah.
help solve a crime. Yes, they did blow up somebody's house, which is not cool.
Yeah.
Had that
Public
person
property,
ended up
too.
being innocent, then yes, straight to jail for you.
Straight to
because
jail.
Fuck off. You just blew up my house. Do you know how expensive that is?
Kevin?
Really quick, I just wanted to go back to the Corey Feldman thing
Yes.
Yes.
that you brought up.
Yes.
I think because of the time that this movie was made and it was written, I think it was purposely written for him to be in it because of his star power. I don't think Tom Hanks was a very big star yet,
No,
and
that's
I
what I
think
mean. He was
I
trying
think
to
Corey
fight his way in
Feldman
there.
brought. Yeah, I think Corey Feldman brought the audience because he was already a star at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I
I
think
can see
the
that.
character,
Bruce Dern.
like when thinking about it, I think that he was written in there on purpose. Like I don't know if the original story had him in there, but they were like, we need to add
Mhm.
like a younger person to this, and then they were like let's write somebody in as Corey Feldman or something like that. I don't know. You see
Splash
movies
had
do
already
that
come
shit all the
out
time.
earlier in the 80s. I think he may not have been the star he was like just before 2000, Forrest Gumpy, that kind of stuff. But
Right.
Princess Leia was in the movie, man. And
Right. That's
for
true
me,
too.
For me,
the
I'm going to see
70s.
that. Bruce Dern is a huge star. I mean, not a huge star in the sense that but he's a great actor.
He was in The Stand, right? As the trash man.
No, that's the guy who
No?
played. No, that guy was the guy who played Max Headroom. Believe it or not,
Oh,
totally different
okay.
dude.
All right.
Now, did you remember the trash men? The trash people in the. Oh crap!
The guy from Gremlins.
Yes, So the director of this movie also directed Gremlins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
Which
I remember
the irony
because
of it traumatized me as a child, and I did not know
when
that.
you were
so.
children, you were many.
she was a
I
children.
was
She
many
was an
children.
adorable children, I think. Personally, probably the most adorable children I've probably ever seen. I've never seen a picture of you as a child.
I've never seen them.
I will for the sake of this video of me as a children, for sure. I was not cute. I was a gremlin, and I very rarely like to wear clothes. So, my mom, I have a scar on my ear because I never wanted to wear clothes.
Oh man,
Nudist
Gremlins
child.
brings me back.
I was feral. I bit my cousins. It was not okay.
I believe it.
No, there was
I believe it.
No, we were playing a game called Shark, and I thought that was the rule. I was only
You
4.
look
okay?
feral.
I still am.
Yeah,
Still
I
am.
bet. I could see it.
Keeps people away from me at my work. But anyways.
Is Kevin okay?
You'll hear him in this recording. I just had to mute myself because he was on a call. So yes, he is
Oh.
okay.
All right, just checking.
Is David frozen?
I think he is. There's no way he can hold that for
He's
this
like-
long.
He's like a photo. Do you think he's gonna come back? Should we wait?
I don't know.
Pause. Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, he crashed
shit.
out. Does it
That's
still keep his
fun.
audio if he has to crash out and come back? Okay.
Yeah, it does.
We
I just
would
have
like to thank you all for listening during this intermediate moment while David finds his way back to us. He made a weird face and Riverside kicked him out as a result. That was his punishment.
His internet's probably crashing out.
Straight to jail for David.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I know for anybody who like, especially for like younger kids, like people that, because I've noticed that at a certain age of people that I know, especially all the people that I know in their 20s, like people at work and stuff, they haven't watched a lot of movies that I've seen because they were born later. And I was born in 88. So I didn't watch The Burbs until I was like 13 or 14.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was already in the 2000s by the time I actually watched it. But I found it a lot of fun. I remember enjoying it back then, which is why I brought it up just because we were around Halloween and shit
it's
too.
like slapsticky. I think it's something that could be family friendly as well. Like I would say, like you as a parent, would you show your kids this movie and watch it for Halloween as something fun?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely,
Why
I
not?
would. I don't even think. I think there's
Well, your
barely
kids
any
are already kind
swearing.
of creepy, so.
Yeah. Well, my daughter is. My daughter's creepy. My son is very scared. Wait, what the frick movie were we gonna watch? We're gonna watch something. My daughter was very adamant about watching it, and my son's like, "I'm gonna go upstairs and play video games. I'm not watching this," because he was scared. And I can't remember
to each their
what it
own.
was. Yeah, I actually think it was Monster, the Ed
Wow.
Gein story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is pretty scary. In his defense. I mean, Ed Gein is scary when I got into true crime, and he's equally scary now as I'm researching him by popular demand since Monster came out.
Yeah. I thought he was responsible for a lot more victims than he was, but
No, I think the sensation for him comes from what he did afterwards with them.
Right.
His
right.
house is a horror movie in itself.
Right. And then the movies that he inspired, which is crazy.
Yeah, created
like
Psycho, which is like another great horror movie. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw
Massacre, and Silence of the Lambs, which we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, we've come full circle.
Another thing I wanted to bring up
Troubles
was the fact that when the doctor comes up, first of all, the doctor is very small. Actually, all of the Klopexes are very small people.
They are.
Yes.
I noticed that too.
He comes up from the basement and he has red all over his hand. And Tom
Yes.
Hanks's character thinks it's blood and he shakes his hand anyway. And I wrote in my notebook, I was like, no fucking way. He just shook that guy's hand with blood all over him. Turns out it was paint, but still, like in that moment, I was like, what the fuck? Why would you even shake his hand?
Yeah. I would be like, oh yeah, no heart. Why would somebody reach out to shake somebody's hand if it was covered in
With a-
anything, let alone
And
blood?
anything. Exactly.
Yeah, that's weird. That's a weird concept.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude.
That is not very people-y behavior.
Oh shit. All right,
weird.
let's sign this bitch off.
All right.
Before we hear any more of David's surprise sex noises.
That was dude. I get anyway. Kevin, what was your
Yeah.
rating again?
7.
7. Alecia, you were an 8. Are you still an 8?
Mhm.
So
I'm still an 8.
we basically
yeah.
have 2 defense on the docket today, right? You guys are defending this movie.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it was fun. I think it's worth watching.
Mhm.
So my original rating was a 5, and I actually wanted to go lower. And the reason why was because the way I saw it as a kid compared to the way I saw it now. But I'm changing my ruling now
Yeah.
because of you guys. It was a nostalgic movie. I did get to relive some old memories from this movie. I do. I'm a Tom Hanks fan. I'm a Carrie Fisher fan. I'm not a what's his name? I can't remember the kid's name. Fan. I'm not his fan. Did you notice though he was wearing a Michael Jackson jacket in the movie? Did you notice that? Did you see that, y'all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another little horror movie nod.
Absolutely. I'm moving it up to a 6.5. You guys have convinced me. So my final verdict, my real verdict on this one is 6.5. Not guilty, although I was about to throw the book at it. Thanks to you guys and your wonderful job of convincing me that this is not a terrible. It's not a terrible movie. It really isn't.
Our movie analysis.
Absolutely. Fantastic movie analysis. You broke it down. For some reason, Dropbox is jumping in front of me.
There's another thing I wanted to really bring up that I found amazing was the very beginning when it's the sky view of the neighborhood, right? It's a painting.
Okay.
It's 100% a painting, right? And as it zooms in, it comes down and it comes into the neighborhood, it becomes a model town. They're model houses. They're little like on a table.
Mhm.
They were made. And then as it settles on the house, it transitions into the real neighborhood.
Yes.
And I just thought that was the most fascinating thing because of the
was well
time
done.
where there was
Yeah.
no CGI and
Yeah.
shit. It was
Mhm.
I was just like, wow, that was I was impressed with the opening scene of how they transitioned painting to model town to the actual town.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
They ended it
So-
with
That's a good
I
point.
just wanted to
backing
throw
out.
that out there.
The ending backing
Yeah.
out.
They
right?
did, yeah.
So, yeah,
Mhm.
it was a good
It
movie.
was a little touch. Yeah, it was nice.
Entertaining.
It was well
Yeah.
done.
I had some gripes on it, but that's okay. Very entertaining, very
Mhm.
nostalgic. 1989 movie. That's it. Good ruling, guys. That was awesome. You guys did a good job, and you convinced me, man. All right. So that's it. That's the show. Thank you for
Go
joining
watch
us.
it. It's free.
Yeah, it's free. I paid
Free on
$4,
Tubi.
but that's something else.
You could have watched it in
I
5 minutes.
could have, and I
on
didn't
YouTube.
because I wanted to watch it right away, and I was like, "Oh, I can't find where it's at. Fuck it." Tubi, y'all. Tubi. What's the next movie,
Mhm.
guys? Are we gonna do a trailer? Is that coming up
We're
next?
gonna do a
Yes,
trailer.
we
Oh,
are.
alright.
We
So
are
we'll
going to
sign
record our
off.
trailer right after this, guys. But
I might need to make a website for this show, possibly. I don't know, but we definitely need to have an avenue of. Actually, you know what? We'll talk about this off recording. So
Bye-bye.
for now, I'll.
Bye-bye.
All right, go watch
thank
this
you so
movie.
much.
I had so much fun watching it. I think you will too.
Bye.
So dim the lights, let the credits roll. It's the real verdict. Time to know.
Well, I don't really have a choice in the matter. My Kevin is, I think, trying to be a real life supervillain and has smarted our entire house. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not. But, sometimes she'll just start speaking French at me in the middle of a recording. That's fun.
What?
I didn't ask any
Jeepers
questions.
creepers.
This is why I know my house is haunted. And I will close my thoughts and theories since this is a spooky-ish movie because I keep forgetting to tell you guys about this, and if I don't do it now, it will not happen. So I was on episode 10 of Dayvid Don't Know, and I was on episode 132 of Where the Weird Ones Are, where I both told them both about my hauntings in life. Well, it continues to happen. The other day, I was laying in bed, and my side of the bed is closest to our bedroom door, so I can see down the hallway a little bit and into our kitchen. Well, it sounded like somebody was running towards me down my hallway and then just stopped. And it got really cold, and I was like, oh, I think I just got charged by a ghost. Dislike. Very much.
Damn.
No, thank you.
Burn it down.
I did not enjoy that. The second thing that happened
Burn it to the
is
ground.
that things keep going missing, like weirdly, where I know where I put them. Not in a weird ADHD spot where I like squirrel stuff away by accident, but like I was wearing this ring when I was in Seattle and I took it off and I put it on I have this little bunny cup thing that I put rings and stuff in when I'm not wearing them. So I know I put it in there. And it was like under my desk the other day. And I'm like, why is this here? And then Kevin's, he has a notebook with all of his work passwords because he works in IT and he has a shit ton of weird, obscure passwords to remember. That was also under my desk. And I'm like, why would I have that? So it's weird. I don't know. I have a squirrel ghost that is bringing things under my desk, and something charged me the other night, and I'm not okay with it.
Yep.
And that is all.
Time to burn it down.
Do you guys have cameras in your house?
No, I can't burn it down. No, I do not have cameras in my house.
Maybe you should get one near your desk.
No thanks. I'd still like to be able to live here afterwards. Thank you very much.
You're living there now, and all this shit is happening. Might as well see what you're being chased by. I'm just suggest.
No, there's this app function that you can like record your sleep, and it'll tell you how much you wake up and like what your like noises and stuff that you make in your sleep, or if you're snoring, like it picks up any noise. And I'm so scared to use it because I know it's gonna pick up something that's not me sleeping.
Well, I understand that. I wouldn't want to be haunted in my home. That would be a problem. You're right. I totally get that. I reject my request of putting a camera there.
You don't. Some things you can just live in blissful ignorance about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Although I did pull out the ghost tube the other day to see if I could have a conversation with whatever it is.
That.
Yeah, I know.
Not in
your
house.
Not in your own home.
Oh,
I know.
My tit is
Don't
really
tell
hard.
Kevin. My Kevin doesn't. Oh, my Kevin doesn't listen to any of my podcasts, so this is safe.
Oh.
But you at home listening should tell all of your Kevins to listen, and not Kevins. Despite that our Kevin is having a nipple crisis right now. Let's just ignore that.
Also tell your ugly aunties. I get that from Trebles Garcia. He says that shit all the time.
What? Your Aunt Gladys's? Tell your Aunt Gladys's.